I can be better, something along those lines. And I responded, yeah, you can be better. You can, you must, you will, I think is what I said. And I was kind of thinking about that is like, a lot of people watching these videos, guys, I know that you guys and girls can be better. I know that I can be better. Okay? And a lot of times it's hard to make that first step into it. Okay, whatever it is you want to do, working out, starting a business, starting a YouTube channel, it's very hard to make that initial leap into it because you see people like me, you see people on the internet that put so much into something and you just see them inching up. They're barely even going. So it scares people. It scares somebody that is trying to do this or change their life or reach their fitness goals or start a business or start a YouTube channel or be a better person or any of these things. It scares them because they see that there are people doing this and striving towards this, and it's just a very slow moving progression. It's a very slow moving progression. And I want to ask you a question here. When you're watching these videos, are you actively taking application to what it is that we're talking about? Are you, a lot of people might get pumped up for 5 minutes watching the video, or they might scroll off, they're not in the mood, or they might, any of these things, but are you taking action to implement what it is that we're talking about? And how do you take action? We're going to jump into that. So action starts with action, right? Ready, set, action, right? Starts with this. So you have to take aggressive action into what it is that you want to do. Maybe working out is not your thing. Maybe me coming on here with my shirt off is like, dude, you guys are the ones watching it. I don't know what it is, but I can tell you that there's people that are watching these videos that are just watching them and they're not taking action. And if you're one of these people, I recommend taking action. I recommend you doing that because it will change how your body and your mind work together, And I think a lot of people, guys, are they're kind of just floating through, man. They're just like, one day they do one thing, one day they do the next thing. It doesn't work out. They give up. They quit for 6 months. They have an idea to do something else. So they do that thing for a couple days. It doesn't work out. And they keep going in this cycle of repetition of basically failure, right? They just keep failing at these things that they're striving for because they're really not putting the right action steps forward to accomplish them. Okay, and this can be related to anything and everything that I'm doing, that you're doing, that everybody here on the channel is watching us try to accomplish. It's very easy to get sidetracked. It's very easy to lose motivation while you're in the action steps of doing it because it's so much easier, guys. Let me tell you. It's so much easier for me just to go sit in front of that damn computer and just fucking doom scroll on my phone. It's so much easier to do that, guys. I mean, I don't have to walk down here. I don't have to stand out in the sun. I don't have to, go to the gym to prep for this stuff, to make the phone calls, to build the real estate, to go to my shift at work, to make money. I don't have to really do any of those things. I can just literally exist with the money that I have for whatever amount of time until I figure it out. But the problem with that, guys, is if you're not making action steps towards what it is that you're going to do, you're just going to be floating through. You're not really going to be dominating whatever it is you do. When I go to the gym, I dominate. Okay, when I make these videos, I dominate. When I get on the phone, I dominate, guys. I dominate whatever it is that I'm doing because I have a goal. I have a goal that I'm trying to reach. It's not a subscriber count. It's not a viewership count. It's not a how many houses can I sell count. It's not how big can I get. I'm just reaching a goal of how can I be better and better every single day without worrying so much about the action steps to get there. Just focusing on that outcome. Okay, I'm just focused on the outcome. So you reach the outcome, you create another one. Okay, and well, what are you going to do when you get to that perfect weight, that perfect size? I'll know what I'm getting when I get there, but then it'll be time to challenge myself again. It doesn't end there, right? It doesn't end there. So you were talking about outcomes yesterday, obligation first, what were we talking about yesterday? We were talking about obligation versus opportunity. This outcome thing, you got to take as much action as you can towards whatever it is that you're doing. Okay. You know, it's a very slow moving process because you see people do it. You see the people at the gym that are just like slowly getting bigger, slowly getting better, slowly changing. And it's just, it's very fucking slow, man. None of this stuff is like instantaneous. You know, I didn't just wake up one day and decide, oh, now I'm in shape. I'm not even in shape. I'm getting in shape. I'm pushing myself to get in shape. I didn't just wake up one day and I'm like, oh, wow, I'm going to, start real estate again. And, people are just going to start calling me. They're going to start ringing up my phone. No, you got to go out and get those people. You got to go out and connect and network with those people. You got to build your network. Nobody's giving you a network, guys. Nobody's given me this channel or this network. This is something that I have created through tedious hours of different things. I've tried so many fucking things. Live stream cryptocurrency theories, education, cartoons, fucking workout videos, motivational speaking, real estate, cross-border geo arbitrage. I've gone through so many things and I am still fucking right here telling you it has not gotten the slightest bit easier. In fact, it's only gotten harder because now I got more people watching, criticizing, or more people that expect more from me. Now I expect more from myself. So it just gets more challenging. The ideas and everything are kind of the same. It kind of stays the same. It was hard as fuck at the beginning, but I would say it's probably easier at the beginning than it is now. It's very slow, okay? Success is very slow. Unless you have a crystal ball and you're hitting the jackpot at a casino. Somebody asked me about, well, what should I invest in the other, if I go to the casino and win $1,000, I would say take that $1,000 and invest back in yourself and maybe don't even go to the fucking casino, because when you go to the casino, you're basically just gambling. You're gambling with the outcome. I don't like gambling too much. In fact, I stopped gambling. I've even gone to the casino once or twice in the last 10 years and haven't gambled at all. Because I like to know what it is that I'm doing. I like to know the outcome based on my actions. I don't want to go roll a dice and hope for the best, because there's a lot of different numbers on that dice you can roll, and most of them aren't going to give you the outcome you want. They're not going to make you win. So to win, you have to direct the momentum into what it is that you're doing. You cannot just kind of want to do something, right? A lot of people do this. They kind of want to start a YouTube channel, or they kind of want to start working out and become fit. They kind of want to start a business. And I'm here to tell you guys, if you kind of want to do those things and you just kind of want to do it, but you don't really want to do it, go do something else. Go find something else. Go, watch other people do it, because that is not the formula, guys. That is not the formula. If you look at successful people and you look at what they've done, you always see them at the top, but you don't really look at all the nights, all the hours, all the work that they put in to get to the top, right? It's very easy to recognize somebody when they're up at the top, right? I'm up at the top right now. In terms of people that are watching the channel, probably there are people that probably have YouTube channels, but they're watching me, all right? And I am far from the top that I want to be at, guys. And that is why you will see me keep growing. That's why everybody here on the channel, if you guys implement these little things, I know it's hard at first, guys. I know this shit is fucking hard. But if you implement what it is that we're talking about, I guarantee you, over time, over the progression, you will start to see that it works. You will start to see that what we've been telling you here on the channel the entire time, it is actually going to work, okay? And I guarantee that. I promise you that. I believe this with every ounce of my soul, that if you put the time into something and you believe it, you actually really believe it can happen, opportunities start opening up, doors start opening up, people start reaching out, people start calling, people start reaching out to you, and suddenly you have a network that you no longer have to go out and get. It comes to you. But you got to take it one step, one action step at a time. And like I said, I mean, I talk a big game here, guys. I know I'm a small fish, all right? I know I'm a small fish, but am I a small fish? I'm like probably one of the, I don't know, look up the stats. I'm probably one of 10, 15% of people that are on YouTube that are monetized. How many people are not monetized? I was talking to a friend the other night. He's like, man, I want to get monetized. So I'm thinking in my head, where am I what have I done to get here, and how can people replicate that to get where they want to go? And you don't have to, it's not about starting a YouTube channel, guys. It's not, everybody's goals and ambitions are different. You know, not one person has the same goal, and maybe their goal is not to do what it is that we're doing, just to be inspired by what it is that we're saying. And that's the beauty about this channel, guys, is because you can take the things that we're saying and they apply in every single thing, every sector. If you're a lawyer, if you're a doctor, if you're unemployed, if you're retired, if you're a senior citizen, all these same principles that we're doing actually do roll over into the same foundational elements that are going to bring you to where you need to be. So don't forget that. Don't think that you have to start a YouTube channel, or you got to be like me, or you got to go work out. You don't have to do any of those things. Although I do think working out does help anything that you're doing, because that blood flow to your brain, it starts creating momentum. You start feeling better about yourself. So there is that aspect of it. But if you have a goal that you're trying to reach, and you take these action steps day after day after day, and I heard something the other day, it's like something along the lines of, if you hit a tree 1,000 times or 1,000,000 times, or if you hit a tree, you keep hitting a tree in a random spots, that tree's just going to be standing there. But if you hit that tree, right, if you hit that tree in the same spot over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, you're going to take that tree down. All right. And obviously, guys, I'm not out here taking down trees. I'm not taking down, I'm not in the redwood forest taking down 300-year-old trees. But my point behind it is, guys, is if you keep firing into the goal, you keep firing at the target, you're going to hit it. You're going to hit it, guys. And I'm telling you that I have seen it in my own life. So this is actual application, right? There's some people, they didn't work out today. They sat around. I know people in my personal life that they didn't work out today. They sat around and drank beer today. I see a guy walking right now. He's a nice guy. He's walking right by me right now. He's probably going to wave. He's going to turn left and wave. Maybe he won't, maybe not. But I guarantee he's been sitting around drinking beer today. So the action steps that you make towards the direction that you want to go will get you there quicker, rather than just kind of floating around, idling. Some days are good. Same days are bad. Every damn day is good. All right. If you make it good, every damn day you can have productive action. Even if you don't feel like doing it, you can still get it done. And it starts with, for one, movement, but it also starts with, just pushing towards the goal, guys. Push towards the goal no matter what. Don't get so, don't get so fixated on where you're currently at, because you're not going to be there forever. I'm not going to be standing in fucking Tijuana on this rooftop forever. You see what I'm saying here? I might be in those houses behind for a little bit of time, and then I might be somewhere else. Where you're at right now is all you need to be. That's the only place you need to be. Everything you got, every dollar or whatever in your banking account, crypto, stock, whatever your portfolio looks like, maybe you have nothing, but that's all you need right now. All right. Where you're at right now and what you have right now is all you fucking need. You don't need anybody else to validate it. You don't need anything else. You don't need, milk, cookies, and ice cream. You don't need a reward. You don't need somebody to smack you on the back and say, good job, man. All you need is what you have right now. That's all you need. Where you're at right now is all you need to be. You don't need to be anywhere else. You don't need to, I don't need to be living right there on the beach to have a better life. I don't need $10 million to have a better life. Although these things could be maybe in the future, I don't need it. All right. I got everything that I need. I'm where I want to be. I dictate my day. I run my day. I get my stuff done how I want to do it. And there is nobody that interferes with what I have planned for today. Not one person. So just keep that in mind. If you start doing the same thing, I guarantee you'll start seeing results in your personal life and things will start changing. All right. That's all I got. I'll see you guys soon.